So hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel, and to everyone else that's decided to join, whether it's in today's thumbnail or whether it is just for the last week or so, you've decided to come along and join me here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the woke culture and the fact that Kim Kardashian got booed at a Rams game. So yeah, if you want to join me in this conversation, then if you don't know what to do by now, you should, and that is grab your drink of choice, whether it be tea, whether it be coffee, whether it be a cool latte or a cool latte. Do you have a cool latte? Or am I thinking of a frappuccino? A frappuccino is cool. A latte, no, not so much. And if you'd like to add a little something to your drink to give it a little bit of a pep, because as I always say, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So grab your drink and let's dive right in. So, if you'd like to join me for the waffle at the end, please do stick around for that. There is a timestamp that will be here, so you can fast forward to that or come back to it later. That is entirely your choice. So, Kim Kardashian got booed at a Rams game. Now, she's been under fire, I think, quite a bit lately in regards to her huge amount of weight loss, and I want to talk about that a little bit in a minute, but I just feel that I wonder if people are becoming more frustrated now with this woke culture, or this kind of instant gratification culture, selfie culture, because let's be honest, Kim Kardashian become famous from a sex tape. There's no two which ways about that. That's how she become famous. And then of course, then you have, and I do, now whenever I talk about celebrities, it's not that I talk about them on a personal level, because I don't know them personally. I can only go by how they present themselves to people like us and what we see. And the reason I feel that people like Kim Kardashian and her sisters are so incredibly damaging is because these women are what appear to me so incredibly insecure, that to the point where they seem to change how they look consistently. And not just in the amount of surgeries they have, but also to the amount of filters they use. I mean, a classic example is Khloe. Now, no, is it Khloe? Yes, it's Khloe. Kourtney's her sister as well, isn't she? So it's Khloe. Now, when I look at earlier videos and the photographs of Khloe, I think she's beautiful. You know, and to be honest, I would say this about all women anyway. I think women are beautiful within their own right. And just because they don't look like somebody else doesn't mean to say that they're not. And also, beauty is subjective, because you can look at someone and see them as very attractive, and then somebody else could look at them and say, well, you know, I don't really see what you see. So it really is in the eye of the beholder. It's like how you view somebody. But I'm always going to be somebody that I think that you can always find something very beautiful in somebody, even if they don't see it themselves. It doesn't hurt to say or tell someone, you know what, you're beautiful. And I wonder why, or what happened to Khloe, where she felt that she had to change her appearance so drastically. She was so unhappy with, and I almost kind of say every aspect of herself, because it feels to me that she's completely different to how, this is not just about having a bit of Botox or a bit of a nip and tuck here, or even a nose job, or, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to have that work done because you have those insecurities, I totally understand that, and that is your right. But with the Kardashians, it seems as if they are so insecure with themselves that they have just changed completely from who they were originally when they first started out. Even Chris, I mean, you know, and then we have obviously their dad, you know, who's changed sex, and I wonder where this insecurity stemmed from. You know, did it stem from before they become famous, or was it being thrust into being famous and I guess they started to maybe pick holes at themselves. Because as a woman myself, and I'm not just saying that men don't suffer with this, because we absolutely know they do, but as a woman, I wonder how I would feel. It's one thing to sit here and you see my face, and I talk to you on camera. I don't use filters. However my camera is how my camera is, and I do use lighting, but I don't use filters. This is how I look. But I understand that for some people, if they're on social media, this need to feel beautiful and they're going by whatever standard is out there. But the problem you have with that is I'm seeing that it's getting younger and younger and younger. This insecurity, this need to use filters to, instead of embracing who they are and loving who they are looking at other people. And unfortunately, the people they're looking at are people like the Kardashians, who I feel are not healthy role models for young, impressionable young girls, or, and then in certain aspects, even boys. And I think this is very concerning for me, because I'm thankful that I don't have daughters, but I do have a niece, and she's 23 and she's stunning. But, I can see how, I'm thankful for the fact that she's beautiful, and, and she's lovely within her own right. She's got a good head on her shoulders. But I wonder how, even for her, if there was aspects of how she felt about herself, would she have this need to do the same type of thing, to put filters on? I don't know. It's not something I've actually discussed with her, and I might actually do that. But I think it's very worrying, and it's okay to do it in a bit of innocence, but it seems to be that it's young girls are having, wanting to have surgery. As soon as they come of the age to have surgery, they want surgery. Like I say, it's starting with the filters or having Botox. And it's just incredibly unhealthy. And so her being booed, I wonder if this is now where people are starting to get really fed up with this. You're not working at anything. This is how you've become famous, and you're famous for that. I mean, she didn't seem to have any reaction. She's there with her big glasses, but she's, and now she's gone from being very voluptuous. The way that she's kind of known is that, the Kim Kardashian with the big butt, and there's nothing wrong with that, so I have a big butt, it's fine. But she's now lost a lot of weight, and now if she's wanting to do that for her own health reasons, good for her, nothing wrong with that. But if she's doing it to then, like the blonde hair, it's like she's become very thin, and you sort of think, is this another insecurity that's being played out? And then I'm sure that you're going to have then, they kind of seem to follow suit. It's like Kim seems to drop weight, and then you'll probably see Chloe then start to drop weight, and it just kind of, it just feels so worrying to me that these girls, these young women, are role models, and they have daughters. So, are they going to start kind of adopting the same mentality? So I think, and then if we even look at the way that I want, like I say, I wonder if this mentality of, we're sick and tired of people who are celebrities who've not actually worked at being a celebrity. Now, don't get me wrong, do I think that Kim works hard now? From what I see, she does. I think she's trying to be a lawyer. She's trying to do some good and use her platform for some good, and I think that's commendable. But I still have this kind of sort of worry in that this is how our younger generation are going, and doing a bit of a deep dive into TikTok. The things that I've seen on there are deeply worrying, and I just think, even as a therapist, are we fighting a losing battle here? We're seeing a lot more like reports of suicides, and things just a lot of anxiety in youngsters now that there never used to be there. And I just think it's quite sad. It's really sad that these youngsters, boys and girls, are not kind of embracing who they are. You know, I don't know. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to put this video out there. It's not particularly about anything specific. It's just, I just kind of wanted to say, you know, embrace who you are. Now, I understand, believe you me, because like I was actually just saying, and I diverted, but you know, how would I feel if I perhaps was on social media, but I was doing something that I had to kind of show all of myself. And, you know, obviously I've spoken about the fact that I've got my condition, and I wonder, do I feel secure in that? And I think maybe no. But would I I think what I would like to do is work on myself to feel confident in who I am without the need to change that, as in like in a filter. Because the one thing I will say is that when I had a stint in modeling, the reasons why I stepped away from it, aside from the fact that it was very seedy and I didn't like that darker element to it, but actually I felt worse about myself. You know, I'm quite a positive person, an outgoing person in my personality, and in a way they actually made me feel or created me to feel so much worse about myself. Because what was happening is, you know, even my face got edited so heavily to the point where they would change my eye color and edit every aspect of my face and my body. And what it did was it was almost creating me to look at myself and start judging myself. And I remember thinking, whoa, this is a dangerous place to be in my head. I'm not liking how I'm feeling. It's almost like I'm starting to notice that these photographs are just so heavily edited. And I know that they do this a lot even in the celebrity world, but I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like that. It was almost like I didn't see me, the things that make me me. Like I've got a scar on my head here. I've got these little spots here, and you know, I have got scars and blemishes and moles, and you know, that they're things that, you know, that make me who I am as a person. That, to me, that's life. That's me living. You know, there's people out there that have not lived to the age that I am, you know, for one thing or another, and I'm grateful for that. And the lines on my face and head are all part of that. And rather than almost feeling as if I've got to be embarrassed by those things, that they're erased from my face, I thought, no, I don't want to feel like that. You know, I understand that maybe having a bit of Botox, if people chose to do that, then yeah, fine, I get that. But this is the point where, you know, they're changing my whole body. It's almost like, you know, they're ashamed of the fact that, you know, I've got this condition, and, you know, my legs are perhaps not as super slim as what other people's legs are, but they're changing my whole figure to make me into somebody that I'm not. And it's like, are you embarrassed by my legs? Because this is who I am right now. Now, it might be that I might change and I might have the operation and I will be different, but right here, right now, you know, let's celebrate that. Let's not be embarrassed by it, because a lot of people out there have disabilities, have things about themselves that they're not particularly that they perhaps would ideally like to change, but that is who they are. So instead of erasing that, let's celebrate it. Let's just go, you know what? You're just unique. You're unique and beautiful as you are. And let's raise our kids to be unique, not generic. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like everyone's morphing into looking the same. And so just celebrate being just unique within yourself. Love those aspects, love those scars, love those blemishes, love those laughter lines, because they're the times that you smiled and laughed, and you know, or even when you screw your face up and there's like a line. It's like, well, they're the times that you've possibly got mad at your kids or mad at your partner, and these are all things that are just part of who you are. It's like they're the map of your life, and then rather than erasing them, let's celebrate them. You know, because like I say, there's many people that don't get the privilege of being the age that we are now, and I don't know about you, but I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate who I am as a person. And yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments. And like I say, I'm not judging anyone that has work done. This is really, really not about that. You are free to choose whatever you choose. But I think what's fundamentally important is look at the reason why. If you're doing it because you really have such an insecurity about how other people see you, then maybe that is something to work on. You know, work on the inside. So you, in a way, you kind of come to that, and I'm going to swear now, that fuck it place where you're just kind of like, you know what, I don't care what you think about me. I know who I am and I love me, and that's what matters. So yeah. So let me know what you think in the comments, as you always do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, well, that's okay too, but thank you for the watch. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do, because it helps the algorithm, especially at the moment, because I still seem to be shadow banned. And all the links are in the description box, whether you want to follow me on Rumble in case this channel goes down. If you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, there's you can become a member, a Patreon. My PO box is there. My bubble merchandise is there. You can treat me to a cup of tea if you really have enjoyed and got something from this video. And yeah, but that's kind of it really. So if you want to stay for the waffle, that's coming up next. And for the rest of you that are going off now, thank you very much for your time. And I will see you either tomorrow night, when I'm probably late afternoon, I'm going to do the live. But I will let you know in the community page. But take care and have a great afternoon. So hey Bubbles, back to the waffle. I don't have a huge amount to talk about today, actually. I'm feeling a little bit, I'm feeling a little bit flat. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And I'm really trying not to let this shadow banning get to me. But I like to come on here and I like to be honest. You know, as much as I'm a therapist, I'm still human, and it is disheartening when you come on and you're seeing comments where people are saying, I've searched for you, I can't find you, and then I've got, I'm getting less than like 6,000 views on a video, which is just this is literally like how I was when I very first started. I'm getting less views now than when I first started. And I know I talk about it because the way I view even therapy, if something's bothering me, I have to talk about it. You know, I talk about it with my therapist, or if something's serious, I talk about it. So to me, talking about something is very healthy. I'm not internalizing it. I'm getting it out there. And I would say the same to any of you. You know, I'm really doing a lot of soul searching into kind of why this is bothering me so much. And I think it's because, if I'm truly honest, and I've said this before, I'm very tired. With having the menopause, it's all I can do at the moment is to work with my job. So then when you're doing a channel on top of that, it's really very tiring. But when you're seeing the views go up or the subscribers go up, it kind of gives you a little bit of a boost. It kind of helps you. You're kind of like, you know what I'm doing is mattering. It's reaching people. It's great. And over the last sort of weeks, I've seen my view count go up to kind of over 20k. And my subscribers are still going up, which is amazing. And I'm really grateful for that. But I think I'm just struggling with having a higher subscriber rate, but my views have dropped. And I know that people have said, well, perhaps it's because they're fed up with the Harry and Meghan stuff. Well, I get that, but that doesn't track when I see other channels that talk about Harry and Meghan and they are getting so many views. So yes, I'm just having a bit of an off day, Bubbles. You know, I do get them. I'm human and I am getting a bit disheartened, I'm not going to lie. It just feels like just as I come out of the last one, I've now gone back into another one, and it's just hard. It's just hard when you are really trying to make this successful, and I really want this channel to be successful, and I'm not ungrateful to the wonderful people that have joined here, but it's just hard when you're trying. It's like I'm doing 2 full-time jobs with working and running the channel, and it's one thing when you see it grow and you think, you know what, I'm so close to being able to just solely run the channel so I can help people. I think I get upset because these people that do this, they don't care about the fact that I'm not able to help people outside of this, because like I've said before, to have a successful channel where I can run this, so this pays my bills to run my house, I can then work with people for free, the people that struggle financially. I can't afford to do that. So I'm working full-time with clients that I've got, then trying to do this channel, and I just don't have the time and space. And I'm getting people messaging me all the time saying, you know, please, can you help me? And I think it's starting to upset me because I have to say no. And I feel like it just makes me sad. If I'm truly honest, it makes me sad that people feel that targeting my channel because they don't like me as a person. I don't care about that. I don't care whether you like me, don't like me. You know, I don't. You know, I care about you guys. But I think one of the hardest things for me is replying back to somebody and saying, I'm really sorry, I just don't have the time to help you right now. I can, you know, and I can give you a little something on an email, or I might even be able to give you an hour free phone call, but I just don't have the time. Well, not even so much the time, but I can't afford to do it. And I hate that. I hate that because I think I never realized that actually that when I was doing this, that this would potentially happen. I think I had this romantic idea in my head of my channel was going to grow and I'm going to be able to help people, and this is so amazing. And I know that I help people by doing this, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And I think I feel angry and I feel frustrated that I'm powerless to do anything about it, because you can't just call up YouTube and say, hey, look, you know, I'm being targeted, you know, can you just stop that? Stop putting my channel into review or shadow banning me or whatever it is that you're doing. You can't do that. You know, I've tried emailing them and I'm not getting anything back. So I just don't know what else to do. So yeah, so I apologize. This waffle is a little bit kind of, I think until this resolves itself, I'm just gonna keep plodding along and doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm not going to give up. You know, I'm a fighter. I don't give up when someone's targeting me. But you know, like I say, I'm human and it does affect me. And I'm just I'm getting a bit tired of it now. it just makes me a little bit worried of, you know, is this just going to be continuous? Which is why, in a way, I have gone over to TikTok as well, and Rumble, because I just think, you know, there are other avenues that I can reach people there, and maybe I'll get more support and people will come over. I don't know. But anyway, so hopefully I'm going to do a live tomorrow late afternoon. I will let you know in the comments. No, I've said this again in the community page. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, as it does help the algorithm. Please share and support as much as you can to help me get my views up. That would be really helpful. And yeah, let's just hang in there together. All the links to everything is in the description box of the video. So if you want to know anything, my email address or anything, like I say, if you want to treat me to a cuppa, I'm very grateful. But it's not necessary. But yeah, so everything's there. So let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow in the live. I'll let you know in the, let's say, community page what time it is, but it'll be sort of late afternoonish, I would imagine. So yeah, so thank you for listening, and I love you all. I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Mwah. Bye, Bubble family.